Good evening. Tonight we take a closer look at a story that began with one human error on an airport ramp, but ended up exposing how easily small lapses can ripple through the financial systems of a global airline. This isn't just a tale of a misstep on the tarmac. It's a real-world example of how precision, discipline, and cost control decide the difference between profit and loss in commercial aviation. At about 5:30 in the evening, inside Pittsburgh International Airport, Delta Airlines Flight 3248, an Airbus A220 bound for Salt Lake City, was making final preparations for pushback. Passengers were seated, baggage doors closed, and engines were moments from starting. Then, in the middle of this normal sequence, something went wrong. A senior flight attendant, a veteran with 26 years of service, opened the forward left door, known as the 1L door. But the door had not been disarmed. The emergency slide system was still live. The moment the handle turned, the slide fired automatically, inflating at high speed and expanding into the jet bridge area. Within seconds, the bright orange chute filled the gate, blocking the exit entirely. No passengers were harmed, but the door could not be used and the cabin could not be evacuated normally. Ground crews and maintenance staff rushed to the scene, deflating and removing the heavy slide before anyone could leave the aircraft. The operation took hours. By the time the situation was resolved, Flight 3248 had missed its departure slot. What should have been a routine takeoff at 5:30 finally turned into a departure at 9:11 that night. For the passengers, the impact was simple: delay, frustration, and missed connections. For Delta, the consequences were financial, logistical, and reputational. Many travelers connecting through Salt Lake City missed their onward flights and were given overnight hotel accommodations. Crew schedules had to be rearranged. Aircraft rotation plans were thrown off. And then there was the cost of the slide itself. These evacuation slides are not simple fabric tubes. They're precision safety devices fitted with compressed gas canisters, sensors, and reinforcement layers. Replacing one on an Airbus A220 can cost between $50,000 and $70,000. Even if the slide can be salvaged, repacking and recertification often cost another $15,000 to $20,000. Add to that the hotel stays, rebooking fees, crew standby time, and maintenance labor, and the total bill can exceed $100,000. A single human error, one wrong move, and Delta was out six figures before the plane even left the ground. But beyond the headline number lies the business lesson. The airline industry works on extremely thin margins. Even in profitable years, net earnings per passenger can be just a few dollars. That means incidents like this, rare but costly, quietly chip away at annual profit. And in a network that runs thousands of daily flights, every unexpected expense matters. Airline economics depend on precision, precise scheduling, precise maintenance, precise coordination. When one element fails, the ripple spreads fast. A grounded plane at Pittsburgh can mean a delayed departure in Atlanta, a missed rotation in Los Angeles, and an overworked crew in Salt Lake City. Every piece connects to another. That's why airlines invest so heavily in operational control centers and data-driven logistics, because an idle jet is not just metal sitting on a ramp, it's profit lost by the minute. There's another side to this too: compliance. When a slide deploys, even accidentally, strict safety regulations kick in. Technicians must inspect the firing mechanism, test the gas cartridges, and certify that no damage occurred to the door assembly. Only after this documentation can the aircraft return to full service. It's a process measured in hours and thousands of dollars. This kind of event also prompts an internal review. Delta will almost certainly re-examine its door arming and disarming procedures. Some airlines now require two-person verification before opening a door. One attendant arms or disarms it, the other confirms visually. It takes less than 30 seconds but saves tens of thousands in potential errors. To understand why this matters, you need to see how airline finances are structured. Operational efficiency is everything. Each delay adds cost: aircraft leasing time, crew duty hours, and passenger compensation. If just one plane per day is grounded for a few hours across a fleet of hundreds, annual losses can reach millions. Investors often look at fuel costs or ticket revenue when evaluating airline performance, but operational mistakes like this one belong in the same conversation. They affect punctuality metrics, customer satisfaction, and insurance rates. They also reveal how well a company manages small-scale risk, the kind that never makes headlines until it's too expensive to ignore. The irony is that this mistake came from experience, not inexperience. The flight attendant who triggered the slide was a seasoned professional. That shows how fatigue, routine, and split-second oversight can bypass even the best training. In aviation, discipline isn't a one-time lesson, it's a daily habit. For the broader industry, the event is a quiet warning. As fleets grow and airlines push for faster turnaround times to meet demand, pressure on ground crews and flight attendants rises. When you compress minutes at the gate, you increase the chance of small missteps with big consequences. That balance between efficiency and caution is one of aviation's oldest tensions, and this week it cost Delta $100,000 to be reminded of it. The financial hit is temporary. What matters is the reaction. Most likely, Delta will reinforce door procedures system-wide, and the story will fade within weeks. But the principle remains. In complex systems, reliability isn't just a safety concern, it's a business strategy. A single deployment of a slide might look trivial next to the billions airlines spend on fuel or aircraft orders, but it carries the same message, that consistency is the real currency in aviation. Every minute counts. Every mistake has a cost. And every fix, no matter how small, protects the company's balance sheet in the long run. For passengers, this is just an odd headline. For those running airlines, it's a reminder that in the sky, and on the ground, precision is profit. One door. One slide. $100,000. That's the full picture tonight. How a simple mistake on a quiet Saturday became a six-figure lesson in risk, process, and the economics of flight.